Hey, what's up, guys? Danny the Ocean Experience here, and I'm gonna be doing a video first here. And I don't even know where to start, really. I mean, it's just such a topic that I don't even know what to say in words. So I'm just gonna say what I want to say in this video. I hope you guys can relate, but this whole God stuff. I mean, just seeing on Facebook, it's outrageous. I mean, okay, now, I'm not, I guess, what you would say religious in any way. I'm not a Catholic, I'm not a Jew, I'm not a Christian. I have my own religion, and I'm not atheist, but at the same time, this is my religion. I believe in the God, okay? Now, whether it leans more towards Christianity's God than a Catholic or a Jewish God, then so be it. But here's the reason why I don't even pick up a Bible anymore. Has nothing to do with any kind of bad experience at a church that I went to or anything. But, I mean, okay, I was reading this post on Facebook, and this is what really inspired me to make this video. One of my friends on Facebook shared a picture about God with this long, detailed message saying that, Bon Scott, AC/DC's lead singer, at one point said a bad thing about God, and then he made the Highway to Hell video, and then, a couple of days later or whatever, he choked on his own vomit, and then he died, and Marilyn Monroe, when she was talked to by a preacher, and after he was done with what he was preaching, Marilyn Monroe apparently said, I don't need your God, and then Marilyn Monroe died, and then apparently this one celebrity girl got into a car, and her mom said, just please have God be with you, or something to that effect, and then apparently the girl said, well, God, I guess, could be in the trunk because there's not any room in this car for him, it's full, and apparently the girl was in a car crash, and the only thing apparently left intact of the car that wasn't even touched at all was the trunk. And there was, I guess, a crate of eggs in the back of the trunk, and the eggs were completely fine, but the car was totaled. It was smoking, it was fiery, but this carton of eggs was completely untouched in a trunk that was untouched in this totaled car accident. And it was God, I mean, man, that makes me so mad when people either believe that or support that. I mean, here's my thing, and this is why I don't have any specific religion, that I have my own, and I'm going to explain that. I refuse to believe that the guy that sacrificed his own life and rose again to love me, protect me, and, just to, I guess, guide me in my life, and for me to do the same for him and walk beside him, be the right hand of God, and so forth. It's so stupid to even believe that, okay, here's this guy, God, that supposedly loves me, and, he's my father, he's my creator. He's supposed to be everything good and jolly that I love, and he's supposed to love me, and yet, basically, what that post was saying was that, okay, God loves me, but if someone doesn't love God, like if I didn't love God, then he's going to kill me, That's what that message sends out to me. And I know I didn't say that post to its full effect, but basically, what I wanted to comment on that video is, or on that comment is, have you ever heard of a reassuring rapist? That's the first thing that came to my mind. Okay, because a reassuring rapist, while he's raping a woman, tells her that he loves her, and, everything's going to be okay, and, you'll start to enjoy it, trust me, this is better for you, or whatever the hell reassuring rapists say, but it's all supposed to be like, oh, like, I'm actually your boyfriend, but I'm raping you, so it's completely fine, you'll be okay the next morning, I love you, I'm here for you. And then if this girl doesn't accept that while she's being raped, which is a completely wrong thing, oh yeah, she's gonna die. That's what that post basically rubbed off on me as. Like, God's apparently in that post a reassuring killer, you know? And I'm gonna probably strike a lot of controversy with it, but, I mean, honest to God, though, like, okay, I believe that's why there is so many atheists. I mean, religion has so many mixed and various cocktails of God's negativity, when most of the religion prays that God is supposed to be this loving character, and he's supposed to be an almighty, heaven. You think of heaven, you think of light, you think of warmth, you think of safety. And yet, when someone doesn't love God, apparently he kills them, he offs them, he sends a joking hitman or whatever, and like, with that post especially, instilled into my mind was like, okay, God's sitting up there in heaven on his mighty throne, and he's like, well, you see, ABC over there, they don't like me, and they made a wisecrack at me. Oh, I bet I thought that was funny. Well, you know what? Boom! Dead. Now I'm laughing at you because you didn't love me, and ha 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 ha, now I killed you now, and go enjoy Satan since you didn't love me. I mean, I could see now exactly why so many atheists are out there, and, I guess now they're campaigning their hate towards God. It's mostly religion's fault, because they don't know what to preach. I mean, and, you could say, oh, the New Testament is the best thing. Well, at the time, the Old Testament was the best thing. What happened to that? Now, apparently, the New Testament is more correct. It's more, figuratively correct. How do you even know what's correct? Okay, because, there's a story in the Bible where God has a guy writing down all the stuff that he wanted everybody to know, Who's to say that guy didn't fuck up, Or maybe he added shit, or something, or something along the line of story tales. Because God, what is this now? 2000, almost 14 AD? That's almost 2,000 years, or over 2,000 years of fuck-ups, of stories getting twist-turned. You ever play that game where you go down the line and you say bubblegum, you say bubblegum, and the next person says bubblegum, and then the next guy says, Bubble Chew, and then the next guy's like Bubble Chew, and then the other guy's like Pikachu, and then you get to the end of the line, and the guy that started it's like, okay, what did you get? The word was bubblegum. It's like, shit, I got Pikachu. You see how that works? It's okay. God started out saying bubblegum. Okay, that's what he wanted to preach. He wanted to preach the word of bubblegum. That was the correct thing. But in 2014 years, some of the, we're at Pikachu. Like, what the fuck? I think that's what really happened. I genuinely think that's what happened. God started with a very positive message, and it got just flipped, twist, turned all around, and I don't even think some religions know what's adequately correct. I think some religions, even some of the churches I went to, struggled as to decide what Bible they're going to preach because they don't really know. I mean, some people that are just sitting in their apartment like me make their own version of the Bible, and sometimes when it strikes better, it replaces a Bible in this church. It replaces a Bible in that church, and then his word starts getting preached because it's a lot of the same stuff, but it's a little bit better. And that's how shit gets changed. Like I said, who's to say? And another thing that I think is very wrong with a lot of religion, and I know so many people outrage over this, with gay people. I'm not gay, I don't have a problem with gays, though. Just because they like something, a little bit different in their personal sex life and bedroom, I'm supposed to, just like give them a stink eye every time I know that someone's gay, and I'm like, you're gay. God doesn't like that. You're going to hell because you're gay. It's like, dude, I mean, I don't know, but I'm surprised there's not a lot of gay churches that preach God, because there's a lot of gay people, women and men, that still love God, but, I mean, they're getting it crammed down their throats where, somewhere down the line in the Bible it said, being gay, man and woman is an abomination, that's all it says. And in fancy terms broken down into Dumbo limbo, it's basically saying being gay is technically wrong. doesn't say that they're going to be damned for life or an eternity. It doesn't say that God hates them, you know. And maybe God doesn't want people to be gay. But, I mean, who's to say that God hasn't changed over the years like society has, you know? Who's to say that he hasn't? I mean, because when he died, it was 2,000 some years ago. Okay, so he's probably speaking, you know, frequent Jewish or some other Catholic language or some, you know, I don't know, European. I don't know what was around then that he could have possibly picked up, but, you know, what if that's happening, you know? And now, you know, picture this, you know, God could be like, or you pass away tomorrow and you meet God, and he's like, yo, 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 man, Young Money, son, Young Money, yo, what's up, homie? Welcome to heaven, yo, look at these latest hoes, son. Or, you know, he could be like, yo, what's up, man, you know, welcome to the fucking surf heaven, brah. Like, welcome to paradise, man. Like, you don't know. You don't know. I mean, he could be country, he could be an emo, he could be gay, you know? You don't really know. 2,000 years, society's changed. Imagine what God could have changed into, you know? Imagine what he's really okay with and what he really isn't. And just think of him as positive. I mean, when I lost my mom, I had it out with my God, even. My God, the all-positive God, I told him to go fuck himself. I told him that I hate him, I told him I didn't understand, and I never will, and I came to terms with losing my mom, and I asked for forgiveness, and I truly, genuinely feel forgived, but, and he still loves me. So, you know, I didn't say any Hail Marys or anything. He just forgave me. That's how it works. But, like I said, I don't know how long this video is going on yet or not, but I think God is perfectly okay with how everybody is, except for, like, when people get killed by murderers or something. You know, rapists, I'm sure. There's a process he does where, you know, he lines them up for hell if he doesn't get their life back on track, and, you know, I don't think that any image of God is probably correct at all. I don't care what Bible you guys go by or whatever, but like I said, God probably, most likely even, has changed over the time with us. And I don't think God sends out a personal hitman on people that state their hate for him every day. I mean, there's atheists still alive that have strong hate for him. He never sent a hitman after them, you know. There's people that get on TV actually and say, oh, I'm not a religion, God's not for me. But does that mean they show up dead 2 days later? No, they're still alive, they're still making movies, they're still singing music, they're still in bands, they're still on TV shows, they're still on, you know, America's Next Top Model, they're still on American Idol, they're still doing whatever. You know, I think it's just inconvenience. It's sometimes what people say before they die, but I honestly don't think a mighty power or even God's behind it. So, leave your comments below. Peace.